Hello modelers, welcome back to Motion RC. I'm James, and today we got a great overview video of another one of our beautiful Teching engine model kits available right now at Motion RC. This is the Civil Turbofan Engine. It is absolutely gorgeous. All Teching models are full metal. They are a combination of aluminum alloy and stainless steel parts throughout. And what is also amazing about them, apart from being a beautiful display model, they are also semi-functional. They actually have the ability to turn while it sits there and on display for you, and just looks really cool. You can really see the inner working parts, whether it's a turbofan engine like this, or we have V8 engines, we have radial engines. They all function like this, and some of the bigger models like this one and above, they do have a throttle lever too. So there's a rechargeable LiPo inside that you're going to install and get ready to go, along with a brushless motor that will power this. Obviously, it won't produce thrust or anything. It's more just for fun and display, and also educational. This is the perfect type of toy for a kid getting into engineering who likes STEM work, or just something cool to have in your shelf on your workshop. Now, as far as unboxing this model, you're gonna see everything you need to assemble this model. It comes in the box. You get a full, beautiful manual that has all the steps, step by step. It's color coded, it's numbered, all the parts are labeled. The build, while it takes a little time, this model around 2 to 3 hours, it's fun to build, but it's very easy in the sense of all the parts are labeled and they go together really only one way. So it's a really nice build when you do it. Inside, you're also gonna find all the tools you need. They give you the screwdrivers, the hex screws, all the screws to get this thing going. You got the motor, all the electronics that get put into the base plate are in there, and you also get a little tub of grease, a tiny little tube of grease, which is going to allow you to grease the certain moving parts, because just like on a real engine, you want to grease those or they'll wear over time. So that's to help it run smooth, and it's really nice to see in there. And as far as building it, again, 2 to 3 hours. Took me maybe a little longer just because I was filming myself do it and trying to time lapse, so I was stopping and starting. But if you sit down with it, pop on a movie and just get going, you're gonna have fun building it, and you're gonna have a beautiful piece to display. So taking a look again, all the parts, absolutely beautiful when you lay them out. Now let's just quickly go over some of the build steps. Now the first step is the base assembly. On any kit, you're gonna have to build the base assembly first, and that's gonna be a matter of installing the electric board that's going to, control and function everything. You're gonna install the LiPo battery and all the switches and the charge port, things like that, all get installed here, and it goes together pretty smooth. Again, manual labeled really nicely. Shouldn't take you too long to do it, and then we move on. Step 2 is the fan assembly. So this one is actually pretty quick. You just take the hub and the cover plate, and then you just slide in all those fan blades. And it's beautiful when you see them come together, because again, they are all solid metal and they look so nice and clean when that's all done. Then you move on to your intermediate casing assembly. So that's going to have the first point where you're going to add some of that grease, that lubricating oil they supply you to put on some of the pieces, because this is going to be one of the parts that will help the motor function. And as you take it through the big blue cover, put in your bearings, things like that, all included. It'll look really good when it's done. Then you move on to the gearbox. Again, you're going to have a lot of the bearings they supply put in here. You're going to have pieces that you are going to have to grease up. But again, functions nicely. You end up attaching your motor here and all the gears inside. This is really the heart of this model. Now you move on to start assembling the high pressure compressor casing assembly. So this is going to be the part of the motor where one side is all metal, but then they give you a clear cover. So this is where you're really going to see the internals of that turbofan moving, which really looks nice. But again, everything's labeled nicely. You assemble that. Then you do the combustion chamber assembly. So that's going to be right in between where the fan and the other part we just did goes. And again, goes together nicely. Also, this piece will have a clear part that you can then see. Then next, you're gonna do the turbine casing assembly. And again, it'll be very familiar to the piece you just did. Very similar layout. And then you're going to add the tail nozzle onto the model, and then you get to your final assembly. This is where you'll attach the fan to its case. Then you'll attach the high pressure compressor to the combustion chamber. Then you'll attach that whole piece to the fan piece, get that together, attach the tail nose, and then the very last step will be attaching it to the base unit, plugging in the motor, and watching it work. So again, it's going to take you some time to do this. It's not something you're going to get done really quickly, but it's not too long. Some of the larger models they have, like they have another bigger turbofan that's even more parts. They have parts in the thousands. This one has about 300 parts, but really fun to build. And again, has nice weight to it. As I said before, it is all metal. So like this is one of the tools they give you. You can hear, you know, all metal parts all around this baby, and it's absolutely beautiful. As I said, they supply you with a charge cable. So this cable plugs into a USB port, like most things in life these days, and you can charge that by plugging it in the back. And the beauty is when it's plugged in, you'll notice on all these models, the switch is actually a 3-position switch. Off is in the middle. There's on 1 and on 2. On 1 will power it via the LiPo inside. If you go to on 2, you will find that unless you're plugged in to the charger, it will not move. But if you want to just leave it plugged in, then you use on 2. So then it won't really use the battery power. It'll just use power from the wall, which is really nice. But overall, an absolutely beautiful kit that I highly recommend for any fans of if you're fans of aircraft, you're fans of civil turbines. I mean, this is the, you know, a replica model of the turbine you're going to find in like a civilian Boeing or an Airbus that we all fly on at some point in our lives. But absolutely beautiful and just a stunning model. And if you never started with, you know, teching, I would suggest the mini turbofan kit. This is the smallest kit they make. It's only about 150 parts, and it goes together in about an hour, but it'll give you a good representation of what you can expect from some of the bigger models. So if you don't want to jump into something too big right away, start with something small, and then you could always work your way up. But I know since we've added these to the website, they've been moving pretty well. So there are a lot of fans of this type of modeling, and it really, really is awesome. But guys, that's going to do it for this video. So pick yourself up a Civil Turbofan kit from Teching. I'll have a link down below in the description of this video. I'll also have a link to the entire collection because again, we have all different types of motors, V8 engines, radial engines, turbine engines, you name it, it's on there, and more are coming because these are pretty darn popular. So we're excited to have them here at Motion RC. But guys, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Happy to answer as many as I can. And if you could help us out on the YouTubes, please click that like and subscribe button. You can do that for us. That'll help us out. But if you really want to support Motion RC, head over to motionrc.com, pick up a new engine model kit, or pick up an RC car, plane, boat, tank, you name it. We've got it at Motion RC. We're happy to serve you, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.